Where's our people? It's 4:30. Can I start? I'm going to start. It's 4:30. Yeah, fine. Okay. I now call this meeting to order. We welcome you to the LPUA meeting. We, as your representatives in the LPUA, welcome your involvement and encourage your participation. This meeting is a public hearing. If you wish to address the LPUA on any items on this agenda, please fill out the request form in the foyer. The request to address the LPUA blue card must be filled out and submitted prior to the call of the agenda item, or you will not be given the opportunity to speak. If assistance is needed with submitting the request, staff is available for help. In the event a speaker has completed their comments prior to the expiration of their allotted 5 minutes, any remaining time shall be forfeited. If you have materials you wish to submit to the LPUA, please give those to the Council Clerk, Veronica L. Williams, seated to my left in the middle. In an effort to allow everyone the opportunity to be heard, the 5-minute rule will be in effect. Speakers shall refrain from debating, personal attacks, and from making confrontational or derogatory comments. I'm requesting the front row be used to the left be used for media only. Food and drinks are not allowed in the auditorium, and all phones and electronic devices shall be silenced from this point forward. I'm also requesting that anyone who approaches the LPUA state their name and title for the official record. Meeting procedures are by resolution and not by Robert's Rules of Order. Documents including agendas, ordinances, resolutions, and minutes related to this and other meetings are posted online at LafayetteLA.gov or referred to the web address at the top of the agenda. Chair announcements. I'm going to announce that item number 5, resolution R016-2 2018 LPUA relative to the delay of the recruitment of the LUS director, the author has proposed an amendment to substitute the resolution, including revisions. Item number 8, ordinance number 00-015-2018 LPUA relative to the treatment plant facilities located in Elon subdivision. Legal has proposed an amendment to make the reference to the fact that the existing system has been donated also includes the Hamlet subdivision and Westminster Academy. The first regular meeting of the month of November has been moved from November 6th to Monday, November 5th, as the convening of a meeting or any other events at the polling location on election night is prohibited. So again, the first regular meeting of the month of November has been moved from November 6th to a Monday, November 5th. I don't have any chair announcements. Do I have any LPUA announcements? Nope. Moving right along to the Mayor President report. Nope. Comments from the public on matters related to LUS. B, do we have any public comment?
No, ma'am.
All right. Moving right along to the resolutions. Jeremy, will you please read? Oh, I'm sorry. Jeremy, will you please read?
Resolution 16, 2018 LPUA. A resolution of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority respectfully requesting that the Lafayette Mayor President delay recruitment and selection of a permanent director of LUS Utilities until such time as the LPUA and the Lafayette City Parish Council have considered and acted on the expected third-party contract proposal.
Motion by Conk, second by Cook. The author has proposed an amendment by substituting a resolution, including revisions. Can I ask for a motion and a second for the proposed amendment? Motion by Cook, second by Conk. LPUA discussion on the amendment. I'm going to have Councilman Conk. The floor is yours.
Madam Chair, for public information, the basic change, the amendment that I'm proposing, would add into the therefores, requesting that the Lafayette Mayor President declare his intent as to whether or not he's going to pursue third-party management of LUS, and that's either as proposed by NextGen or potentially from other interested parties. So it's asking the Mayor President to publicly state as to whether or not he wishes to move forward on third-party management for LUS.
Okay. Do we have any other LPUA discussion? Nope. Any public comments?
No, ma'am.
All right. Call the vote on the amendment.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 6,
Yes.
District 7,
Yes.
District 8.
Yes.
Motion to amend is approved.
All right, and moving on, LPUA discussion on the resolution as amended. Do we have any discussion through the LPUA? I see none. Public comment on the resolution? All right, let's go to a vote to adopt the resolution as amended.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 6.
Yes.
District 7.
Yes.
District 8.
Yes.
Motion to adopt as amended is approved. Resolution 17, 2018 LPUA, a resolution of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority approving water service outside of the corporate limits of the City of Lafayette in accordance with Ordinance 30, 2015 LPUA 103A Happy Hollow Drive.
I have a motion by Cook, second by Conk. Any LPUA discussion? I'm seeing none. Any public comment? All right, let's go to a vote, please.
District 4,
Yes.
District 6.
Yes.
District 7.
Yes.
District 8.
Yes.
District 3.
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Ordinance 14, 2018 LPUA, an ordinance of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority amending the fiscal year 17-18 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to provide for adjustments of revenue and appropriation estimates.
I have a motion by Cook, second by Conk. Any LPUA discussion? Nope, I'm seeing none. Public comment? All right, then let's go to a vote to adopt the ordinance.
District 6.
Yes.
District 7.
Yes.
District 8.
Yes.
District 3.
Yes.
District 4.
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Ordinance 15, 2018 LPUA, an ordinance of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority authorizing the Lafayette Mayor President to accept certain property described hereinafter for the purpose of operating and maintaining the necessary sewer lift station and treatment plant facilities in Elon subdivision.
I have a motion by Cook, second by Boudreaux. Legal has proposed an amendment to make the reference to the fact the existing system being donated also serves the Hamlet subdivision in Westminster Academy. I'm going to ask for a motion and second on the proposed amendment. I feel like I already did that. I have a motion by Cook and a second by Lewis. LPUA discussion on this amendment. I see Councilman Boudreaux. I'm going to give you the floor.
Thank you. I want somebody to kind of walk me through this process on how this has come about, in particular as it relates to our policy. I think everyone received notification from the either the neighborhood or the developer of a commitment by a prior administration. My concern is that when we contemplate annexations, the promise of services and utilities is never a part of that. I know recently I participated in an annexation meeting with Councilman Lewis, and Terry Huval, in his capacity as director at the time, was adamant about annexation could be good, but there is no timeline, there's no guarantee. So what I'm concerned about here, and what I would like to hear, is how do we get to this point as it relates to this, and what is this our new policy or our way of doing business as it relates to annexations?
Great. Jeff Stewart, Interim Director of Utilities. This process started, like you said, before Elon subdivision was annexed into the city of Lafayette. There were conversations about what LUS would do once it's annexed, and our stance has been and is still today that we would only there was an existing treatment facility and collection system in the neighborhood. We would only accept that treatment system and collection system if it met permit limits and it was acceptable to LUS standards. And so it's taken a few years for the neighborhood. They've gotten together, fixed a lot of the issues that we noticed. We've gotten a confirmation from the state that they meet their permit limits. And so at this point, we're ready to take over operation and maintenance of the treatment plant plus the collection system. So it wasn't, our position is we have to accept a collection system that's to LUS standard. We feel that this is the point in time where we can accept this collection system and treatment plant. It wasn't, we didn't feel it was tied to annexation, like a guarantee or anything. That was never our position, but we're at a point now where we can accept it.
Right, and that's the purpose for the discussion. I don't think the department would ever make that determination tied to annexation.
Right.
but an administrator or a council member may, okay? So, and that's why I want to be clear on that, because that could be a game changer. Right. Going forward, in that position there is stated differently than I have ever heard it, that if a system was up to a particular standard, you know, when someone get annexed, who managed this system prior to now?
It was a private contractor hired by the neighborhood themselves. I don't know, the name changed hands a few times. I don't have all the names in front of me, but it was a private contractor, not LUS or another.
Right. Obviously not us. So going forward, when the question comes up, if there is a system in place that is at standard or is brought up to LUS standard, we will take those systems over.
Yes, it would be the LPUA's authority to do so, yes.
All right, thank you very much.
Anyone else? Okay, so I just want to say first, thank you, LUS, for working with me in the neighborhood. This obviously happened before I came on the council, so I inherited this, and I want to thank also the neighborhood. I know we have some neighbors here that have been working and been so patient with me as we've gone through each of the steps with LUS. Then also Lowell was in the meeting with us as well, trying to make sure that they were compliant with DEQ, with LUS standards, and checking all the boxes, making sure everything was covered. The HOA was an organized HOA, pulling their own monies together to make this happen. So I appreciate their patience. I appreciate you, Jeff, and Terry before for your help with this. So thank you all, and I'm asking for you to support this. Do we have public comment?
Yes, ma'am. We do have two speakers, the first of which is Gerald Fornoff.
Available to answer questions.
John Mouton.
Anyone else? No? All right, with that, let's call, oh, I'm sorry.
Jeff.
Okay.
So there are no capital needs with the system at all?
We have some issues we've identified on the collection system, a few sags, and we've put that in our maintenance program. That's our commitment going forward, but nothing identified. We do have a line item in our budget, and I believe it's in the upcoming 5-year capital plan, in case we want to tie this system into the city's sewer system itself, because this is a standalone treatment and collection system. We do have the ability, if we move forward with the project, to actually tie it in, but right now we have no plans. We will treat this as one of our 15 or 16 treatment facilities and collection systems like we do throughout the parish. This neighborhood, the school, and the adjacent neighborhood will become LUS sewer customers. And so they will be charged accordingly. Right now they are charged, they collect their own fees to maintain the sewer system. They will become LUS customers and they will be paying those fees accordingly.
So the 15 or 16 number you identified, that's the number of independent systems that we have throughout the city and parish of Lafayette?
Correct.
Similar to this one?
That we operate, yes, that we operate and maintain today.
Standalone, single, not tied into our system?
Not tied into our system.
Do you have an idea of what that capital obligation is going to be for those SAGs? Approximately?
We think $7,000 or so dollars.
So a small amount?
Yes. Yeah, they've actually contributed quite a bit of money to fix things here and there, and we've identified, kind of checked things off the list as we go. And we got to a point now where we feel like confident we could maintain this system.
Okay. All right, that's all I have.
Okay. And no public comments, so we will go ahead, call for a vote on the amendment.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 6? Motion to amend is approved.
All right, LPUA discussion on the ordinance as amended. I'm seeing none. Public comment on the ordinance as amended?
We have the two previous speakers, should you have questions.
All right, happy to have you, gentlemen. All right then, and with that, let's call for a vote to adopt the ordinance as amended.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
Motion to adopt as amended is approved.
right, moving on to introductory ordinance, I'm going to ask for a motion and a second from the LPUA to introduce the ordinances items 9 through 11 in globo. A motion by Cook. Oh, second by Lewis, I'm sorry. Jeremy, will you please read?
Ordinance 16, 2018 LPUA, an ordinance of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority authorizing the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to sell 6 surplus circuit breakers which are no longer needed for public purposes to Worldwide Electric Salvage Incorporated for a total bid price of $7,595 as per the attached list circuit breakers. Ordinance 17, 2018 LPUA, an ordinance of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority authorizing the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to sell 10 surplus transformers which are no longer needed for public purposes to AMS Group LLC for a total bid price of $157,770 as per the attached list transformers. Ordinance 18, 2018 LPUA, an ordinance of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority providing for the abandonment of a portion of the right-of-way for Mildred Street and Cherry Street and the granting of utility easements and cross-access easements on the property of the University of Louisiana at Lafayette, located in the 200 block of Mildred Street and the 400 block of Cherry Street.
All right. I'm going to call for council discussion on those items. Anyone? No? Public comment on any of these items? No? All right, let's call for a vote to introduce in globo items 9 through 11.
District 8?
Yes?
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 6? Yes. District 7? Yes. Motion to introduce in globo is approved.
All right, going on to our director's update. Mr. Stewart, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Yes, thank you. Real quickly, the Hurricane Michael that hit Florida and some of the southeast recently, we did dispatch crews to that area. About 15 members of our staff, plus some trucks and other vehicles, made it their way to Tallahassee. We're to a point, they've been working pretty steadily since the storm passed through, but it looks like toward the end of the week, they'll be returning home. It looks like the APPA is going to allow the mutual aid crews to return home after, week and a half of work. And so I just want to let the LPUA know that we did dispatch, we did offer the help, they did accept it. We're still working on some things, trying to help them acquire material and other things if we have any, but certainly after North Carolina, now after Florida, still remain very aware that we're in the middle of hurricane season still. That will not end until the end of November, but this one popped up on us and it hit Florida, I think, without much notice, and so it can happen at any time.
Okay. Mr. Conk?
Madam Chair, just a comment on, you said the APPA. That is the American Public Power Association, which is municipally owned utilities responding to the emergency, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else? Nope, I don't see anything. Thank you, Jeff. And with that, this meeting is adjourned.